like Crown.
Crown Royal?
I don't like Crown.
Yeah,
Who are you?
We talking about Crown?
I don't like Crown.
It's a Monday, Harris.
You like Miller Lite is what you like.
What is up, everybody? Welcome into the pregame lounge.
I just give these guys the floor. I've learned my lesson.
That's some Monday energy. Let's go.
Yeah, it is Monday energy. Get out of here, Win.
Tap in.
I got great energy, but
I'll bet you were
these
pumped.
guys have the best.
I'll bet you were really pumped yesterday how windy it was.
It was crazy windy yesterday.
Is there
was
more
crazy.
to that joke, or
It
is it
was
just
wild.
That's it. Harrison win.
I've never gotten that one before.
You never got it. It
Never.
was so windy. My house is windy, man. There were waves on the water. I got my squad here tonight. I got Superstar Dev.
Let's do this, man. Like, let's go streaking.
One in a row. We already
Let's
got a
go
streak.
streaking.
What is a streak? 2?
No, because the Nuggets are good now. So streaking.
You're the streak master.
You know,
All
like
right.
I'll say about 5.
5 is a streak.
5 is like let's
Okay.
take it off.
It's gonna be really tough, man.
All
But
right.
I'm for it. Harrison.
It's only
here.
13 less than the Suns' 18-game winning streak.
True.
They were really going streaking. Like,
They were.
full close off
Yeah.
through downtown Phoenix.
They got away with it. Yeah.
Makes
Past
sense.
a
It
bunch
makes
of different
sense.
quads. Over here, I got Brendan Vogt wearing only 2 jackets now.
It was 3 layers in Studio B, freezing. Stepped into Studio A, instantly hot.
Yeah.
It's like the Jim Gaffigan hot pocket bit. There's no middle ground here.
We by the way, he was in
Thanks,
Studio
Cal.
B setting up for our playback tonight. So we're going to be
Playback?
doing the playback. We'll probably be doing it a little bit different. We keep trying out different things, but we're going to be over there in Studio B watching this game, hopefully along with you guys. If you want the link, hit up this man here on the DNVR Nuggets account. Otherwise, it's the same link, getplayback.com/room/DNVR_Nuggets, and you can watch the game along with us. Should be a lot of fun. We got some stuff today. Guys, there's some teams in the NBA. Remember last week when the Nuggets were down bad? You guys
Yes,
remember?
I remember very
remember
well.
You remember that? Hey,
Yes.
we're not down bad anymore, thankfully. Knock on wood. Some teams have we're out of hell. We're back to purgatory. But there are some teams that are full on in hell right now. I mean, 5-alarm fires. We're also going to talk about the Broncos and why we are thankful for the Denver Nuggets. It was a perspective changer. I'm telling you, that Broncos game, a perspective changer for me watching it last night. It was misery.
I didn't watch it, so.
Well, you at least heard about it. Then we're going to do some bets. But first, as always, game notes. Harrison, give us the notes on this game against the Nuggets and the Bulls.
The biggest note is something that came down just a couple hours ago. DeMar Derozan is out tonight.
Yeah.
He's in the health and safety protocols. That was a bit of a shocker. We didn't know
Wow.
about that, like I said, until a couple hours ago. But that throws off everything, I feel like, for Chicago tonight, because DeMar DeRozan's been incredible this year. Like, he has been really, really
Yeah.
good. And if you think back to that Nuggets-Bulls game a couple weeks back in Denver, DeMar DeRozan, or the officials, depending on who you talk to, closed out the Nuggets at the line, 8 free throws to end that game. So he's out tonight. Alex Caruso also out tonight
Bald Eagle.
for Chicago. He was unbelievable defensively. He's been all season, but particularly against the Nuggets, like I said a couple weeks ago. So
Yeah.
that's big. I think now this is a game that Denver can definitely get and maybe even should get.
Yeah.
So big injuries for Chicago. Michael Malone pregame was talking about Zeke Naji. He said, Zeke has stayed ready emotionally, physically, and he's taken full advantage of the opportunity. The guy has a tremendous work ethic. He lives in the gym, so he's not surprised by anything that Zeke's done as of late. He was also talking about coaching Jeff Green, how much he's enjoyed having Jeff around and how he's meshed with that starting lineup. He said first that Jeff has a great sense of humor.
Really?
And he's a guy that can help you when you're going through tough times, just with his personality, apparently.
Nuggets man need to do a much better job of sharing this stuff with us. 'cause
I had
that's
no
like-
idea.
I know. I was like, I did not know that.
Would not have guessed.
Would not have guessed from our limited interactions with him.
Yeah.
Would be
idea.
nice. Would be nice.
Yeah. But Malone did say, when
so funny.
just talking about that starting lineup, that there's an importance of role players buying into what Nikola Jokic is selling.
I agree.
If you're moving into that offensive lineup or a starting lineup, if you're playing with Nikola Jokic, and Jeff Green buying into that has helped him be such a good fit.
Of course, yeah.
I love that comment. I actually think it's a key comment because it is true, man. Like it is easy to play with Jokic, but it is hard in that you have to like change. You know,
Yeah.
he's one of one, so you got to change how you play, and it makes it easy. But not everybody would, man. Not
Yeah.
everybody would change how they play. So I agree with that statement.
He's talking about Devon Reed as well. Michael Malone also does not know whether it's Devon or Davon Reed. He's one of us.
He's one of us.
Well, to be fair, he's called his franchise cornerstone the wrong name for
so
about
true.
5 years. So.
I would love to go back and watch the early press conferences and see like the first instances of him talking about Nikola.
Jokic.
Yeah, just
He never said.
Are you sure?
I'm very.
Are you sure?
There's no
You
way.
weren't paying attention. The first summer league, you were not paying that close of attention to Michael Malone.
I was not even covering the team. At that
It
time.
actually would be fun. We should do this again. This will be a good offseason. If we
That'd
go
be
back,
hilarious.
the Michael Malone entry press conference to see, like, hey, what's important? I'll
Well,
bet
the
Jokic
first question he
never
ever got
came
was
up.
about pace in his opening
Yeah,
press conference. So that about set the tone.
I called him Jokic.
The Avs have scored 2 goals since we've started this show. It's been very good. This show can never end. We must just keep going.
Yeah, you're welcome, guys.
But Malone said he's just going to go with D. Reed. That works.
D. Reed? He's not going to go with that.
But what he liked about what D. Reed did in that game against New York, he said when a young guy gets called up a lot, they try to impress a coaching staff. They try to show an organization they're supposed to be at an NBA level and sometimes play outside of their game. But he said he loved that D. Reed just did a great job of playing within himself, making the right play, making the easy, simple play.
Yep.
And that definitely stood out.
I'm excited about him. Tonight, I don't know what the matchup is. This is a little bit more of a weird game for Chicago now. But I'm just excited to get another look at him, another opportunity here.
Yeah.
What do you think is the key against Chicago tonight?
Well, tonight, considering who's out for Chicago, it's probably just about avoiding hurting yourself, right? So offensive rebounding, defensive rebounding for Denver, keeping Bulls off the offensive glass, limiting the turnovers, I think. But to be honest, I think if Denver comes out and plays their game, they should have the advantage tonight. Derozan, obviously a big deal, but also Caruso is real. I'm almost more stoked about that one. As far as the Nuggets' chances of winning, not anyone's health status.
Zach LaVine now has no one to pass to. Sometimes that for a scorer, it's like, hey, nothing to lose tonight, but also go score 50.
Yeah, I think it's more so just dominating that second unit. There's a lot of guys that are going to have to shift over. There's also guys that are going to be stepping into roles that they have not seen all year.
Yeah.
So the Nuggets clearly have that advantage with the starters, but if you could win those non-Jokic minutes and just really dominate in that aspect, I just don't see a way that this game can stay close.
Really? Even stay close?
Yeah, if you win the start,
the Nuggets are
the
also missing.
Smuggets are in the house.
No, I was gonna say the Nuggets are also missing two key starters.
Yeah, but they've been we just seen a really good second unit from them and what that like entails. Like when they're playing at their best, and you're going against a team in Chicago who are missing key guys that are going to have to shift over. That really will turn into a Nuggets advantage.
Nuggets have the same starters tonight. The Bulls are starting Lonzo Ball, Zach LaVine, Nikola Vucevic, who didn't play against the Nuggets in that last game.
True.
Nikola Jokic didn't play either in that last game. Derek Jones Jr. starting at the 4. Ayo Dosunmu, the rookie, starting at shooting guard.
Wow,
his
Dosunmu.
first career start.
So this will be a weird game for Chicago, man. That's I'm sure that lineup doesn't have a ton of sample size together. Jokic, let's get down to the main story. Jokic in Chicago. We all know Chicago has the largest concentration of Serbians outside of Belgrade or something like that. Some ridiculous.
Outside of Serbia. Yep.
Outside of Serbia. So this is always a special game for Jokic. He always puts on a little bit extra of a performance. I kind of feel like this is obviously the best version of Jokic. We're coming off of an insane game against the Knicks.
Yeah.
Am I crazy in thinking that this is a Jokic night? I mean, every night's a Jokic night, but I feel like this one might be I expect big things out of him. Guys, the Avs have scored a third goal since our show began.
They're playing with a juiced puck in hockey.
This is incredible.
Somebody told me that.
Honestly, though, Dev, I'll throw to you, though. I think
AJ just glared at me.
I think this is a monster Jokic night.
Yeah, it's as close to home that he's going to get, right now. Like, they have the whole Serbian community behind him. It's a game
and they
that
show out.
He gets up for. Yeah, he I feel like this is one that he actually circles, where he feels comfortable. And then if you just look at the last few games, he has the whole Miami thing where he's partying. He gets to finally be around horses. Now he gets to go to.
That's a serious sentence.
Who is this guy? This is the most interesting man in the world.
Yeah,
You're
yeah. Now
describing.
he gets to go and be like where he feels, welcome and at home. And I feel like this is just something that he actually does circle in. So I think this is a day that he goes wild, and he will clearly have the advantage.
Yeah, I mean, on one hand, I saw some people go, "Ooh, Nuggets and trap games kind of scare me." Insofar as the Bulls are missing some key players,
Yeah.
But it's not a trap game. The Bulls are a great team. They're on the road. That dynamic you just described was real for Jokic, and then also the Vogt matchup is one that I think he's going to get into. So,
Agreed.
I think there's plenty of reasons for Jokic to come into this game motivated, and I don't think the Nuggets are going to do that. We've got the Kings at home or whatever thing in Chicago. I just think it's a different vibe.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's a big one, man, for Jokic. Zeke Naji will get another look, see if he can keep this momentum going. All of those good things.
A note on Zeke Naji, him and Jokic, that plus minus the Nuggets have with those two guys on the court. Yeah. It's the highest plus minus over the last 3 games of any two-man combination.
On the
Denver.
Nuggets?
Yeah.
I mean, they whipped ass this last game, so I'm not too surprised about it. And I'm guessing they didn't play together in the Orlando game, so that's it. But it is something to keep an eye on.
Last
I'm
3,
curious. Yeah. All right, let's move on, guys. Let's talk about some teams down bad. I'm going to start here. There's some teams really down. I'm so glad we're out of this.
I love to do this.
I know, like, it sucked when it was us. The
We're
Nuggets
literally
down.
out of it for 1 game.
Let's take a look at Zion, guys. What has Zion been up to lately here?
I'm going to guess that he has been
Arby's?
eating.
What's he thinking?
Gumbo?
Here was Zion
Whoa,
walking out of the Pelicans game the other day. Oh my goodness. Good Loudy. Good Loudy. Here he comes.
He was already big. Now he's massive. I really want to know what they're going to come out with. Wasn't there like a thing that you have to put your actual height and weight, or is that just a beginning of the year?
Yeah, I don't think that's fair anymore.
I don't know if they're doing it with weight.
Because he's
330. Like
he has to be, honestly. Like, I really do think he's around that right now.
There's weirdness, by the way. If you guys are following the Pelicans, so the thing that happened the other day was they kept saying he's going to practice tomorrow. Tomorrow he's going to practice. Practice happens. They open up media availability, and they apparently, like, I don't remember, somebody PR comes out and is like, "Hey guys, media, around here real quick, around here. Zion didn't practice today, guys." Just like it was like weird, Like there's weird things going on over there with Pelicans.
It is very strange. Have you guys seen Zion up close, like in Ball Arena?
No.
You can feel like the floor starts shaking. No. This is his. I'm not even doing the current physique. This is just even when Zion's in shape. This dynamic is in play.
Juice puck. I'm telling
The
you.
Avs just scored a 4th goal during our pregame show. This is unbelievable.
Through the Avs
That's
game.
four goals.
You can feel Zion
In like
coming.
5 minutes, they've scored
It's
4
like
goals.
the Jurassic Park water, and you can just feel him coming. No, even when he's fully in shape. And so what I'm trying to say is
so not true. Come on.
He says
Does
not
anybody
true.
else think this is crazy?
this is 100% true.
The ground shakes when he walks through
Not
Ball
kidding.
Arena.
This is a real anecdote.
I love this.
This is a real
anecdote.
anecdote. Anyway, I bet it's worse now.
I just like you were like Zion's near.
Just like, what the shit is that? Oh, Zion.
Let me offer a measured take.
Oh, jeez.
Let me
all right.
offer. I just feel bad for Zion a little bit. I feel bad for New Orleans. I honestly do. Just Zion's such a fun player to watch.
I like
He's
that
so.
he makes it as if you didn't feel bad for Zion. Like, well, Brendan is going to pick on
Yeah.
Zion. I will
Yeah.
address the man.
Zion, he's
I'll be
such a
bad
great
cop. I'll be
player,
bad
man.
cop.
He's so fun to watch.
Yeah.
He's all the New Orleans Pelicans have.
Yeah.
He's all that franchise has. And his career is at a massive crossroads. I just feel bad for everyone in that situation. Or not everyone, a lot of people.
Yeah,
I like that we're doing this. We play the Pelicans next game, and we're going to be like, I don't know about this game. Meanwhile, they're down bad.
Well, they don't have Ish Smith, so it's
The most down bad team in all of the NBA right now. Who would you say it is?
In the entire NBA?
I think it's an easy answer.
I know where Adam's going.
I'm not sure.
Bring it up here, Kale. Let's bring up the
it's our
tweet
brothers
here.
in the Northwest.
It's our brothers in the Pacific
Our
Northwest
cousins,
that
actually.
are
I'm not that
struggling.
related
Chauncey
to them.
Billups, after this last game,
yeah.
had a quote. He says, I can't read it when it's that tiny. There he goes. I've never seen a team that needs its bench to inspire our starters. This shit is crazy to me. It's supposed to be the other way around. First of all, coaches cursing in the pressers, like they usually, it's like, all right, he's filling us something. Calling out your starters like this, and by the way, they got smacked. Their defense is terrible. The team looks like they're moping around. Guys, I'm worried about our buddy Chauncey. I'm worried. This is very Brian Shaw-esque start to his coaching career.
Yeah.
He's in a very tough spot. Like, you're a new coach.
Yeah.
You've had some success in this league. You have a disgruntled star who, before you even got there, was a disgruntled star.
Yep.
He's not playing. You're losing. You have Nurkic. Like, there's so many things that are so bad.
I love that that's like one of the things.
And you live
He's
in
on
Portland.
the team.
That might be number one.
Yeah.
And you live in Portland now. Like, you went from
like
going from
Portland.
ESPN to now like having to deal with all, and their front office is like having so many issues. Nothing is going good over there. I can't believe I didn't get that answer off rip.
Yeah, man, it's rough because it doesn't look good for Chauncey. He came into a pretty volatile situation
For sure.
where Dame, there was already some chatter about him asking out, and then that quieted down. Now it's hot again. The front office has totally changed since he got there. So there's just a lot of uneasiness, and they didn't get off to a good start this season when I foolishly thought they could have.
Right.
You know, new coach, new energy, kind of rejuvenated. I foolishly bought into that narrative.
I think they're cooked. I know it's crazy because it's so early, but I kind of just feel like, show the other one I sent you there, Kale. We have a whole other tweet. This came out of The Athletic today. Damian Lillard reportedly grown frustrated with Portland's play, and tensions appear to be on the rise between players and Chauncey Billups. Per Shams, usually in the know. Also Sam Amick, another guy, usually in the know. Later on, it was, also in that report, it's well known within the organization he would like to play with Ben Simmons, like already trying to get this or that. Then Ben Simmons liked a tweet or something. And like this whole thing is starting to become a shit show.
Yeah. I like Dame, just demand out or not already.
Yeah, pick one.
He definitely wants to be the good guy, right? That's part of this.
I don't blame him.
They're 11-13. They are one game ahead of the Sacramento Kings for 11th, meaning out of the play-in, and they still have another 2 or 3 games before Damian Lillard even returns to the lineup at the earliest. And I'm telling you guys, not to bury or to continue to pile. Actually, yeah, I am. To pile on Nurkic here. He has now played for 2 teams, and I'm telling you, I've watched the Portland Trail Blazers. He quit. He looks exactly like he did in Denver over that last month before Denver just kind of was like, stop playing him. He looks like a guy that's giving about 20% effort, and he just has, pucheros the whole time, little pouty faces.
Yeah. And look, that kind of thing, it wears on an entire team, especially if you got a focal point of your team, a core member of your team who's like that.
Yeah.
That trickles down to everybody, especially when Dame's not out there. Like, Yusuf Nurkic has to set the tone. That's a scary proposition.
Not going to work. They're cooked. They're down bad.
What's the next team
Also
Nurkic is
down
gonna
bad is
poison the well of?
Broncos. I watched this Bronco game. We're not going to make this a Bronco show, guys.
Please.
But I'm telling you,
Please.
watching that game yesterday where everybody was all excited. I'm a Broncos fan. I'm into them. I even got into them this year. But I'm telling you, going into last night's game, I was shocked at how many people are like, "Oh, I'm so excited for this game." I'm like, why? We're gonna get spanked. Like, what are you guys? People were really drinking the Kool-Aid, but it does remind me of when you've been bad for several years.
That's right.
The tiniest glimmer of hope, you're like, let's do this, man.
Let's do this.
The Broncos aren't good. When the Nuggets lost Yoke for those 5 games, it sucked. And it was just we're like, man, I don't even know why I'm watching this or that. And it made me, between losing Yoke and then getting him back, and then watching the Broncos, it made me sit here and be like, Murray's out, MPJ's out, Dozier's out. Like, all this bad stuff has happened. This is still like a 9 out of 10 on the Nugget scale.
I mean, all you really can ask for as a sports fan is this going to be fun tonight or night in, night out, any given night, however you want to frame it? And do they have a chance of competing? And is it going to be worth me watching tonight?
Game.
And it's impossible not to take for granted the Jokic effect, right?
Right.
Because it is truly every night. They don't win every night, but you have that chance. And anytime he laces them up, you're like, look, there's a reason to go to work tonight. There's a reason to watch this game tonight.
Are you kidding? I'll go further. I watch him play against Miami and the Knicks, and I'm like, yeah, Nuggets are still as good as everybody, just because they got Yoke.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The other pieces we'll find out. We got 4 months to figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, I try to really appreciate it and stay in the moment and just say to myself, it's never going to get better than this.
Right.
It's not, man. Nikola Jokic is in the prime of his career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm ever going to watch or cover a player in Denver that's better than him. It's not exactly that's not exactly a hot take.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll cover an athlete in any sport that makes you laugh as much. Like, that's the thing about
We're in
Jokic.
the
Every
same
game
ways.
you laugh like
Yeah.
4 or 5
Yeah.
times. We're just like,
Yeah. So I mean, I just tell myself it doesn't get any better than this, and I try to stay in the moment.
Absolutely.
who are the Broncos of the NBA? I said the Indiana Pacers.
I was gonna say the Cavs, but I like the Pacers.
The
Cavs have
Cavs are
good
young.
wins, though.
Cavs to me are a young.
The Broncos
team.
have a couple young
Yeah,
pieces.
that's true.
Though, Jim.
That's true.
I'm not gonna start naming Broncos players, but they have young pieces.
I don't know if the Broncos have a Mobley.
Drew Lock. Oh, sorry.
Javonte Williams, maybe.
Yeah, okay. I think it's the Pacers. I think it's the Pacers.
Spoken like a
man.
not Broncos
Well,
fan.
everyone in the
I am.
NBA is
I'm just
500.
I'm just not drunk on the Kool-Aid. I passed on the Kool-Aid this round.
Okay.
And by this round, I mean the last 5 years. All right, guys. Everybody's favorite time is here. Oh, we got 2 super chats. Let's hit them. Super chats in the pregame? Hell yeah. Maybe I'm being too short-term in my thinking. Stop. But this game to me will telegraph, in quotes, if they really want to contend this year or not. Stop. What is stop?
It's a telegraph joke reference.
Yeah, it's like telegraphs
Oh,
were this thing
Yeah.
in like the 1920s.
Yeah.
The Titanic.
I'm up to. Oh, okay, yeah. All right, telegraph here. All
Google
right,
it.
bet I got it. Here's the thing. I don't. This Nuggets team loses to dumb teams. They of any team I've ever watched that's good, they take their foot off the gas. I hope that doesn't happen tonight. I'm with you. I want them to prove to me something, but the Nuggets are like, we don't need to prove to you anything.
No.
They've repeatedly told me that.
I don't ever view any one game in this context. I understand why he's asking or viewing it that way. I just don't. I think that's something that we as fans and media do. I don't think it's really ever the case, unless you're talking about to get into the playoffs or not.
And I don't even view this as a statement game or anything just because the Bulls don't have DeRozan
Right,
or
sure.
Caruso.
Right, yeah.
This can be a really good win, a really good feel-good win because everyone on the road is that
Yeah,
right
sure.
now.
Yep.
But statement game, it's
it's
not
not
there
bad.
for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it as a statement game, but also it is the Bulls, and the hype that they have around them right now. I also don't think that they care if there's a guy out or not right now. I think that the Nuggets are going into each game as the underdog mentality where they're like, we're the ones that are missing our star players.
Yeah.
We're the ones that are having to deal with injuries, and we also have the MVP of the league that's not being treated as the MVP in the league. So I think that while I wouldn't call it a statement game because I don't think they look at it like that, I just think that it's a mentality of we have to win these games. We've lost some games that we shouldn't have, so this has to be a game that we get on the right foot.
Our friends down at PHNX, when their streak ended to the Warriors, they're like, well, it didn't have Booker, this or that. And it's like, yeah, they didn't have Clay, even. You guys both missing all-star shooting guards, even.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's the same with it's like, they're missing Levine and they're missing DeRozan. It's like, Nuggets are missing Murray and MPJ. Same position, same things.
Yeah.
You're missing your point guard and your small forward. Denver, same thing.
The Bulls media is talking about, oh my God, so many guys in COVID protocols like Billy Donovan. What are we doing here? What's the plan? It's like Nuggets have been dealing with
How
this
many guys
for-
are in protocols?
I think they have 2 or 3 now.
I think it's
Same
three.
with the Nuggets. Have 3
That's
guys
exactly
in
my
protocols.
point. That's my point. Yeah.
3 guys in protocols.
I think
alone.
an absurd percentage of the league is on the injury report to this point in the season.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is health and safety protocol. So.
Yeah, so it's ridiculous. All right, what else we got? Jordan, he says, I don't really say nothing in chat, but I always watch live or say after for both Nugs and Broncos. I appreciate y'all, boys. DNVR
Appreciate
for
you,
live.
man.
We appreciate
Jordan,
you, man. We
we
always
appreciate
hear for
you.
people.
My
Appreciate
boy.
you.
The silent ones. We always like hearing from everybody. All right, Dev, will you make me some money, man?
I've got a
Well,
lot.
that's
too.
what I do. That's
You've
what
got
I
a
do
lot.
here.
Hey, he's got a lot.
I've got a
tonight.
lot, but
Oh,
Dev
I
goes
love
first.
There's all
that.
these things you can get today. Place a $50 spread bet and be rewarded as your team's star scores.
Spread bet. That makes me hungry.
Man, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm doing it.
I like it. I like it.
Are we taking Nuggets spread then?
Absolutely. We might as well just get into it. Nuggets are 2-point underdogs.
And the star, I'm guessing, is Jokic in this case. I mean, I don't know who else it would be.
Yeah, but also DeMar DeRozan is playing really good. They're missing
Yeah.
a 30-point, per game score. Like
Yeah.
I just feel like they have a lot that they have to answer with that. They're also putting a rookie into the starting lineup. I feel like they should just try to attack him. They're also going to be undersized. You have Derek Jones Jr. down there at times, and if the Nuggets can't use that as a mismatch, I just don't know who they could. So I'm expecting a big game from Aaron Gordon.
Okay.
Like, I really feel like he's a player that they're going to make sure that they go to early and often. try to get him going. He's just way bigger than Derek Jones Jr. Derek Jones Jr. is athletic.
String
he
bean.
gets up there, but he's also just not big enough. And as we've been seeing, he's been getting to everything he wants. So I really do like Aaron Gordon at this one. I take
Which one?
Points, rebounds, and assists.
21.5.
21.5. Okay. Very, very easy for me.
Okay.
I think the lock of the game for me is it's Jokic, of course. Like, this is a game he's going to go off in. Also, they have his points higher, but they have other things lower. So 27.5 is his points. I'm going to take the points, rebounds, and assists at
You love it.
45.5.
That's a lot.
I just feel like he's just going to play a lot. We also know he cares. He cares about this matchup. He cares about this game. We already know the type of games that he has when he cares, and he's coming off of another monster game. So that's my luck.
Dev, your shoes are nice, by the way. I agree with the chat.
Thank
So's
you.
your pullover. That's sweater. That's nice. You look good.
Deserve that.
I deserve that. What else do we see happening tonight? Do we have Zeke Naji threes on the board yet?
That's a
Zeke
question.
That's a fun. Zeke's all over now. He's all
really?
over
Yeah,
this
he's
one.
like popular.
As his points, they have him at 7.5.
Zeke Naji 1.5 threes.
Over with plus value.
Well, I don't know if he's going to play enough.
Well, play him enough then. Why not?
His points, rebounds, and assists is 12.5. He's been rebounding at a high
That's
level.
true.
He knocks down every three-pointer. They're going to give him a chance. There's no way that they don't after coming off of such a monster game. They're also going to be – he's going against a battered second unit.
Man.
12.5? That's easy.
That's an easy one?
That's easy.
Man, I like it. I'm taking it too. I'm taking it as well. I kind of like betting on threes, but 1.5, like –
What? Two? You can't pull for 2 threes from Zeke?
you think it's a lock or what?
I think it's worth it. I
You
think
think
the
it's worth
value's
it?
there for a guy who's shooting the
What's the
freaking
chat
lights
thing?
out
Are we
right
going
now.
Zeke threes tonight? 1.5 plus value? All right, let's do it.
I don't like the threes, but I will go on his everything else. I think he's going to play, and he's going to play well.
I'm with you on threes.
He shot 9 threes last game, guys.
9? Okay, I'm in. I'm in
trigger.
for a double unit.
Yeah, we're all in.
Best
He
three-point
attempted
shooter in the
9s,
league.
I should say.
My
Made 5.
goodness. What about a Yoke triple-double tonight? Plus 380.
Dude, the assists have been so tough.
I know, but come on. Tonight, you got
I know, but
You know
come
what?
on.
I'm going
You
hard.
got me.
I'm going. Yeah. No, here's why I like it. They've got 2 guys, Dosunmu and Derek Jones Jr. now in a new rotation. That means defensive chemistry not on point.
yeah.
Cutters wide open.
Look at that.
Come on, baby.
Real
I'm going with it.
analysis?
I'm putting a triple unit on a Jokic triple-double.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Because he's just going to destroy inside. There's no
7
point
assists,
of passing.
6
Yeah,
assists.
there's
Man,
no
you're
point
wrong.
of passing when you can score every time.
Eric, do we have a parlay we could build? Yeah. You want to help us build a parlay?
Make sure you just shout it from across the room.
What am I
Adam-
supposed to do here? What am I supposed to do?
Guys, what you guys? What He has no
Oh,
parlay.
wow. All right, should we build one here? Why don't we take a Nuggets money line?
Yes.
Okay.
You like Aaron Gordon scoring tonight?
Love him. Love it.
11.5 points over?
Yes.
All right, we're taking Aaron Gordon, 11.5 points. What about Monte Morris threes?
1.
Yeah, I always take the
1
Monte Morris. He's
plus?
good, dude. He's so solid,
He
man.
hit that early one last
He did.
game.
He's going to hit 1 3. And then rebounds. Why don't we do rebounds for Yoke?
Cool.
Put it at what, 10? Because it's already at 11.5.
All right, let me see. Jokic rebounds. They've got 9.5, 10.5. What are you thinking?
10.5.
10.5?
Yeah.
He's going to get his rebounds.
All right, we're at plus 370. Can we throw a wild card in there? Should we do a Zeke Naji 1 3?
Absolutely.
Zeke
Yeah, that's a
Naji
lock.
1 plus 3. That'll get some more juice in there. We're at plus 475.
We
Anything
won.
you want to throw in? You
We
want to
already
sprinkle
won.
anything on this parlay?
Facundo Campazzo rebounds.
Oh my God,
has
I can't
dropped
believe-
to 1.5.
Oh
Yes, sir.
my gosh.
To the moon, baby.
1.5 rebounds.
Let's Facu
All right.
go.
We're up to plus 750. That 1.5 rebounds for Facu really made this bet here. Wow. All right, we're going in. I got 10 on it. You win $185. That's not bad.
All right.
Here you go. Nuggets money line. Aaron Gordon over 11.5 points. Monte Morris 1 3. Zeke Naji 1 3. Jokic 10.5 rebounds. Facu 1.5.
Let's go.
Rebounds. Let's make some money. All right, everybody.
Let's
Hey,
go.
we're going over to Playback. Join us over there. Getplayback.com/room/DNVR_Nuggets. If you need that, you could DM DNVR Nuggets. We'll be over there in just a sec.
Enjoy the game. Go Nugs.